Hello and welcome. Today, it's going to be a guided visualization on what holds you back from what you want. So, if you really are trying to get somewhere, you have a dream or a goal, and no matter what you do, something feels like it's dragging on your leg and you just can't move forward, this could be a really good guided visualization for you. Hello, I'm Carol DeChaine, and I'm a transformational coach and a Marconic energy light worker. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what you hear and it feels like it helps you move forward and connect more to who you want to be. So now, if you'll get comfortable, we'll head right into the guided visualization. And just breathe. We're going to go on a little journey today towards your success. So close your eyes and get really comfortable and know that whatever happens, you're safe. I want you to breathe and allow the worries of the day to just let them go, to feel like they're no longer important, and that you know they'll be there when you get back if you should want to pick them up, or you can just let them go. But you can deal with that later. For now, just put whatever burden you're facing to the side and don't worry about it or find a concern. Just breathe and allow yourself to becoming lighter. Today I want you to feel like your mind is stilling, but your body is being lifted up and just so light. As you let go of any concerns of the day or of the week or of last month or last year, just put down that burden and allow yourself to feel lighter and lighter and lighter until you feel a cloud underneath you, lifting you and raising you even higher and higher until you get to a point where you break through the clouds and you see a path. And the path leads up to a goal that you've been wanting, whether it's a dream of owning a house or a specific type of job or a person that you want to marry or any other kind of goal that you may have, whether it's small or large. It's something you can't seem to attain, but you can see it off in the distance, and you start walking towards it with a smile on your face, knowing that this time maybe you can reach it. And as you walk forward, you start to pick up some speed because you realize that it is getting closer. But in a few feet ahead of you, there is a huge fear that just drops right in front of you. And you back up a step or two and look at it and go, okay, I knew it. There it is. One of those fears that hold me back. It's a block that you can't seem to overcome by yourself. But you breathe and you look at that fear. What form is it taking for you? Is it a person? Who is it if it's a person? Is it something that someone said to you? Oh, you can't do that. You aren't good enough. You don't have that capability or that knowledge. What are you thinking? Is that something that you just taken in and accepted and know for a fact it's true because someone told you? It's not. But you have to let it go. So whatever fear, what form is it taking? Look at that form. Be as clear as you can so that you can disperse it. The fear might be big or it might be small, but it doesn't matter. If it's holding you back, you need to take that moment and that breath and realize that you don't need it there. You can even thank it for showing up, for warning you that you may have problems. And say, yes, but I appreciate the thought, but I don't need that. I'll acknowledge that you're there, and I'm going to move past you. So step aside. And perhaps you see it stepping aside, and that fear says, okay, well, thanks for acknowledging me. You didn't ignore me or push me aside. You just said, I get it. I see it. But it steps aside, or maybe it even dissolves with you saying, I see that you're there, but I'm okay, and I can move forward. Perhaps you'll find a fear on this path that you do need to take some time to work on your own, or with a therapist or a life coach. But many times, those fears and those things that'll show up, you'll go, is that all that is? And I've let that hold me back all this time. So continue on the path. Once that fear, form, whatever it looked like, moves aside or dissolves. And if you find yourself getting in a tug of war, then realize that you don't need to do that. Breathe through it. And you can push it aside for now if you do need to look at it later. But keep moving forward and see what the next form is, that next block that comes up a little further down the path. Because you can see your goal on that hillside in front of you, above what's blocking you. You can see it. You can feel it. And if you truly, truly want it, you can have it. But you need to face whatever those blocks are, even if it's just for a moment, to say, yeah, okay, no, I don't need you. I haven't, maybe your path will go slightly away from the path you were on and then back on it again. You might need to take a bit of a detour. But it won't be long if you truly want this. And you can move through those fears at whatever level that you want. And perhaps it's not a fear. Perhaps you see it as a person that's always in your way and telling you you can't do it. But honestly, if you look at who you are inside when you face that fear or that person, you'll find that you have taken on those fears, or you wouldn't even have that person in front of you. So try not to blame other people and other situations, because it takes that power away from you for your goals and for your conscious creation of what you want. And when you realize that you have that power, then you'll be able to face those fears and those blocks in such a better place for yourself. You'll feel so much better about who you are as you move forward. And as you keep walking down this path, or perhaps I should say, up this path, towards what you want, you'll see perhaps fears on the side that don't actually block your way, that you've looked at before and allowed it to block your way because you let it take your focus from where you were going. It wasn't important, but you managed to make it bigger than it was. Acknowledge each thing that you have in front of you, giving yourself some love and some credit, and being kind to yourself for all those things that you're seeing. Don't beat yourself up or say, oh my God, I could have gotten here so much sooner. Everything is as it should be. And you learn those lessons as you move along in the time that you need. Sometimes it's very quick. And sometimes we need a few years or maybe even a lifetime or two to get through some things that you need. To get through those blocks, perhaps a lack of trust, or a worry about money, or whatever it may be. And it's all good. They're all just lessons. Those blocks are not bad. Label them as something that needs to be learned or acknowledged, knowing that you can get through them, you can go around them, or they can simply dissolve in front of you. And now imagine yourself all the way to the end of this path with the goal that you wanted so much. What does that goal feel like? Did you get that promotion? Do you have that love of your life that you always dreamed of? What does it feel like to have this goal come true for you that hasn't been? That you've been finding all of these blocks to success that you just couldn't understand, or perhaps that you could understand, but you couldn't work through. So even if you faced a fear or a worry or something that you know you need more help on, imagine yourself at the goal anyway. Feel the feeling of being there. Feel what it feels like to live that life with that goal, that you have it, that it's there. Smile. Feel that deep joy if that's the way you think you'll feel. Put yourself in the moment there. Don't look at it and imagine what it would feel like. Step into your life, the end of that path, and go, yeah, I got here. This feels amazing. It feels, fill in the blank, joyful, satisfying, right. What does it feel like? And as you feel into that, knowing that this is a life that you have, not that you will have, but that you have, really feel into it. Look around as though you were there in that body through those eyes and see what the world looks like from there. Breathe into that successful feeling you may have. Or perhaps it's just a feeling of, well, it's about time. What was I waiting for? Those fears were unimportant. Or perhaps you'll look back and you'll say, I learned a lot from those roadblocks. They were really important. But I love that I got here. This is who I am now. And as you acknowledge and remember those feelings that you're having, know that you can have that goal. And now acknowledge whatever it is, if there is anything that you need to work with, to work out after you open your eyes. Be aware of what those things were, or if there was anything. And if you feel like you've blown up or dissolved all of those blocks between you and what you want, and you remember how wonderful it feels to have what you want, then pay attention when you come back. Because I want you to start feeling like you're back in your body. You're floating back on a cloud, not going back down the path, but simply raising up as though the cloud is underneath you, and it brings you back into your current body. Remember what that feels like. And be aware of anybody or anything that comes to you that might help you on the path. Because now, if you have released those fears and those blocks, you may have a series of ideas or people saying something or opportunities show up that shock you, that move you down your path at a speed that you had no clue was going to happen, but which makes you just smile from ear to ear because you know that you're going where you want to be. And the feeling that you had of already being there, acknowledge that feeling. Feel it every day, even if it's only for a moment or two, so that you can feel again what it feels like to be in that moment with what you wanted. Because you can be that way all the time, which will even attract your goal to you faster, the more you stay in that feeling. And now that you're falling down into your body and the cloud moves away, just know that that goal is attainable. There's no fear that needs to be had with it. And you can re-listen to this video anytime you want to help you move through any type of obstacle that shows up. Or perhaps you don't even see what the obstacle is, but you know there is one because you're not getting where you want to be. And that will help you to visualize what the obstacle looks like and perhaps who it may be, a thought that comes to you, or something else that holds you back. And as you come back into your body completely, feeling alert, feeling peaceful, and knowing that you can have what you want, open your eyes and be grateful that you indeed can have this goal, or perhaps the goal even shifted a little bit during this meditation, or maybe it will in the future, because opportunities will show up that are even better than what you thought. You never know. Thank you for joining me today. Again, my name is Carol DeChaine, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, if you would like the written word more, please click on the link below to go to my blogs, and there you can sign up and receive a blog once a week on Monday that will bring you some thoughts for the week that might help you just get through them a little bit easier. And of course, you can check out my website once you get to the blog connection. It'll tell you more about Marconic energy, as well as energy space clearing and other types of coaching that I do. Until next time, thank you for joining.